originally. He's from Kingston. And been doing some work around town. I know you're going to love. Please put your hands together for Mr. Brian Lass.
Thanks, everybody. She's dirty. Well, hey, have you ever noticed there are certain days of the year when people feel like they can talk to you when they don't even know you? You know, like a couple of weeks ago, I was walking down the street, and this guy's like, "Hey, Merry Christmas." What, who the fuck are you? I don't even know you. You know what? If I don't feel comfortable enough to talk to you about the fungus growing on my scrotum, I don't want you wishing me a Happy New Year, okay? You know what I'm saying? That's like cutoff for small talk right there. Anyway, I was on my way to the drugstore when the guy stopped me to buy some fungicide for my scrotum. And I bought the stuff and I brought it home and I read the instructions and it says, rub liberally on affected area. Yeah, thanks. Pretty sure I know how to put lotion on my bag. Doing that since I was 14. I won't count. So I was at the drugstore and I also bought myself one of those new electric toothbrushes. But it was like $150, which is the most money I've ever spent at a drugstore. Well, one time I bought an ounce of weed off a maintenance guy. You know, their new slogan is, shoppers more than just drugs, not so much, I guess. So you gotta watch what you're doing actually with your slogan for a business, right? Like you would never hear McDonald's. Go ahead, eat our food. You can blame the farts on the dog. Bob's Seafood Hut. Come here, get crabs. So a while ago I was dating this older woman, which was great, right? Like you don't have to deal with that bullshit that you deal with younger girls, you know, like. Well, like I never heard, hey Brian, I don't have my G2 yet. Can you come and pick me up from cheerleading practice? Or, quick, get in the closet, my dad's coming. Anyway, this older woman, she was great. She had her own income, old age pension. One of her checks paid for her new dentures. Almost, they kicked it in it. And she was very independent, too. She had her own transportation, one of those electric scooters. Shit, that hit, so. And, hey, in the sack, forget about it. No, she'd forget about it. She'd be like, are we gonna have sex? And I'd be like, we just did, that's why I'm leaving. So, but then it finally started to fall apart. She, you know, 3 of her kids started calling me daddy, you know. 2 of them were older than me. And then finally, you know, we just had differences. She liked different things. She liked Coronation Street. I liked one of her granddaughters, so that was it. Hey, you ever kill a guy? Let me tell you, don't bother. What a hassle. Yeah, first of all, you gotta pick someone, right? And it's kind of like chips. You can never have just one. I'm thinking, well, there's that guy that flipped me the bird on the 401, and then there's that handicapped guy that took my spot right in front of the liquor store. And then there's that guy that wished me Merry Christmas I didn't know. Fucking prick. Then there's all that shit you gotta buy. You know you're only gonna use it once, right? Like rope and garbage bags, a saw. And forget about getting your friends to help you too, you know, like, dude, can you come over Friday and help me get rid of this body? Man, I don't want to get involved. Hey, I helped you move last week. And then the cops there all over you, they're like, hey, where were you on this particular day at this particular time? Fuck, it's like you got a girlfriend. So, well, I got a bit of a dirty mouth, I guess, but it's usually not a problem, but occasionally it gets me into trouble. I'll tell you an example. A couple weeks ago, I was at the doctor, and he says, what seems to be the problem? And I said, well, I got this pain in my fucking balls. He says, I beg your pardon. And he's an old guy, right? So You can't hear me. I'm like, I got this pain in my fucking balls. And he says, I think it's probably your mouth. And I said, it's my balls. He said, will you talk to your mother that way? And I said, it was my mother that told me to quit bitching about my balls and go see a fucking doctor. Anyway, actually, ladies, I don't really have a fungus on my scrotum, but I did recently have my tongue surgically lengthened, so... That's my time. Thanks, everybody.